What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome back. It's your boy Blue, and this is Train Sim World 2. And today I'm going to show you how to create your own timetable using the Scenario Designer. This is a new feature that actually allows you to create a schedule by placing your own train as well as AI train throughout the route. So let's get started. I'm going to start with the German route right here. I'm going to click on that. There we go. And we need to go down to Tools and then Scenario Designer. So click on that. You see I don't have any scenarios in here at the moment. Now, if you want to create a scenario for Sand Patch, make sure you click on Sand Patch first. If you want to create one for the London route, you want to go ahead and click on that one first. So you're going to have to be within that route to create a scenario for that route. Now, start by clicking on Add down here at the bottom right, and we need to give it a name. I'm going to call this Early Commutes. Because we're actually going to do an early one. You could actually create as many of those as you want and play through them just as you would through like the journeys and things like that. So now we're on the next page. So we're going to click on Add again. Actually, before we do that, we're going to click on Set Scenario Details. Now this is where you can actually turn off what they call off the rails mode. So all rules off, you can turn that off, and basically it won't limit you. If you uncheck it, it will limit you to trains and locomotives that will run on that specific route. So for now, we'll leave it unchecked, but I will show you what happens when you check that. So confirm. And now at the bottom of our screen, we're going to see our map on the right. And this is our entire route from start to finish going each way. And then have our services on the left, which is empty. Let's go ahead and click on Add on the bottom right. And now we'll see these are all of the different stations that we can start at. As you click through them, it will actually show you them on the map. Now, when I first got into this, it was kind of confusing. I'll be honest with you, it was kind of overwhelming. Like, oh my God, all these stations. If you're not German, you won't recognize or know how to understand any of these names. So I'm not going to pretend to try to pronounce any of these station names. I'm just going to say, all right, this station. But as I was saying, you just pick whatever you want. So we'll just start from the west side. So that's going to be at the top. Basically, they're all listed from west to east, so the bottom will be east, top is west. Now, 258 is basically saying the max length of the train that will fit on that platform. So platform 2, you can only do 258 meters. So we're going to click on that, and then at the bottom, we'll hit confirm start. Next thing, you'll set a end marker. Same thing, on the right side, it says how long of a train you can fit there. So 427 meters down to 210 meters. And on the left is an actual platform. So we have this one. As you click on them, it'll show you which ones they are. If you want to do a full length, we could click on the very last one. That'll take us all the way to the end of the route, which we'll do for now. We'll go ahead and confirm. And now it's select stop. So it's going to choose all of the stops that are available for that train at that size throughout. And it's also going to show you the size here that's a limitation. So if I click through these, I can basically check all of them if I want. And that way this train or this service will stop at every single one of these stops throughout the entire route until it gets to that last waypoint. So it also tells you the maximum train length down here, 258. So you have to stay within that. It gets more important when you get to other like freight trains, things like that. So confirm instructions. And now it's just basically showing the entire route, kind of a confirmation here on the left side. And on the right, it shows where you're starting off. So it's the blue marker, I believe, is your start. And then over here is going to be the end point. So hit confirm service. And now we need to choose a train. So for this route, which is going to be basically every stop, I'm going to go ahead and go with the BR442 Talent. And we'll choose a smaller version, which is only 69 meters long. And again, that's where that's important. We're going to call it Talent 1 just for now. And I think that it actually would be helpful. And the way that I would do it is I would do Talent. Again, this is the early morning. We'll start at like 5 a.m. We'll do Talent, let's see, 1, because it's going to be multiples. And I'll say in parentheses here, or yeah, we'll do 5 a.m. And then I'll say this train is going east. So this is just a way, because if once you get the services kind of full, it gets confusing. There's gonna be a lot of timetables on there, and I want to be able to point out what it does. So I'm gonna click on the left start time and let it scroll all the way to 5 a.m. And this will be our first service of the morning. And so now next up we have player service and passenger service. Now this is actually very important. If you do not choose player service, this will be an AI driven train. All right, and you can only have one player driven train at a time. Obviously you can only drive one train at a time. Makes sense, right? We're going to make this as a passenger service so that this train will actually stop and drop off and pick up passengers at each stop. And we're turning off the player service. I want this to be an AI train. So I'm going to click on confirm. Now we see that's our first service. We have the Talon 1, 5 a.m. East. That's just a quick way for me to understand what that does. The time's on the right there. And if I click on it, you'll see now that it actually shows the start and end point of that route, which is pretty cool. We're going to go ahead and make a new one. I'm going to click add. Now we're going to go to the same platform, same starting location. There's actually 1, 2, 3, 4 starting points at this station. I'm not going to try to pronounce the name, but as you can see here, the first one's already taken. Has the name of the train that we named it put there, which is pretty nice. I'm going to go to platform 6, and we'll hit confirm start marker. And then we'll end this one. This one will be another Talon route. We'll make this one go like halfway. How about that? We'll do it there. We'll hit confirm end marker. And then this one will basically kind of skip through a few stops. We'll just pick like 2 stops for this one. And we'll hit confirm instructions. There we go. And now we got our instructions here on the left. Kind of an overview of what the service is going to be. Confirm service. And now we need to choose a train. So again, it's going to be the Talon 2 DB again. This will be this actually be the longer version. Let's go with the longer version of this train. And I'll just name it Talon 2. This one will also be 5 a.m. as if, if I was to put more services that are at different times, it'd be kind of a round. So this will also be east. Sorry, east service. And again, you can name these however you want. I like to be organized. And this one will start probably, this one will probably be ahead of the other train. Since the other train is doing multiple stops, I would like this one to leave ahead. The other one left right at 5 a.m. I'll have this one leave around 4, like maybe 10 minutes early, like 4:50. Maybe let's kind of put them together. We'll show you how this looks in the game here later. This will also be an AI train. So passenger service is going to be selected. I believe if you do not select passenger service, the train will stop at the station, but it will not pick up and drop off passengers. It'll just stop there. If I were to click on player service now, again, we didn't click it on the first time, but if I had clicked it the first time and clicked it now, this train would actually override it. So again, you can't have multiple trains be player service. The next one we do will be player service. So let's go ahead and go to add another one. As you can see, those 2 on the left there. Talon 1, Talon 2. Next up, we'll do platform 8, and we'll confirm start marker. And we'll end this one. This will be another full length. End this one at platform 3 at the other end on the west end. And then as far as stops, how about we just go with like 1 stop right here somewhere in the middle. And we'll confirm that. And then there's our service. So it's like basically an express service with 1 stop in the middle. And we'll confirm that. And now I'm actually going to choose the ICE train this time. And we'll do the shorter version of it. And so now I'm actually going to change the title. Change it to ICE. And what's this? 5 a.m. I guess still. ICE 1, 5 a.m. And this will also be east. Now we'll go ahead and throw in some trains going westbound as well, so that way that all the signals won't be automatically green. So I'm gonna change this time. This train is gonna leave probably right in the middle somewhere. Maybe see, we have one at 4:55, one at 5. Let's do 5. I mean, if we do too late, because we're technically faster than the other guys, if we do too late, they would get in our way. So we'll probably want to go ahead of them, maybe like 5 minutes. So we'll do like 4:50. Again, this is the early morning commute. This will be my service. This will be what I'm doing. So I do player service, keep that checked. Passenger service, I'll keep that checked, because I do want to drop off and pick up passengers. And I'll hit confirm. So now you notice right here, we actually have a little icon with a head on it. That means that is the route that you are driving. Now you can change that at any time. I can go over here to Talon 1, hit Talon 1, hit edit, and then click on player service, confirm, and now you see that it actually changed over to that one. So this route will still run the same. The AI will still run this one, except now I'll be in control of this one. So this is a cool way to kind of jump between different ones. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and create one more route. All right, so I've thrown in a few more services in here. I got some going westbound. I also threw another one going eastbound. And you can see you still have the icon there for my personal train. So I want to show you guys what happens when you turn the rules off, or as they call it, off the rails mode. So you click on the set scenario options, but turn all rules off. I'm gonna hit confirm. And you'll notice as you're messing around that there are some limitations when you have the rules on. So I'm gonna click on add one more service. And we'll just get one that starts kind of close to where we're going to be, so we can actually see it take effect. So we'll start here at platform 11. That'll be right in front of us, it should be. And this one's actually going to go westbound apparently, so that's fine. And there'll be a platform 3. Yeah, end marker right there. Confirm end marker. There we go. So that's the service instructions. And now you can see that we have basically all of the trains that are available to us in Train Sim World. So as of now, we have the tube stock in here we could throw in there. We got the GP38 freighter, you know, from the US. So a lot of fun stuff in here. I'm actually going to throw in the most ridiculous thing I can think of, and that'll be a GP38. And I think the route is not long enough to add in like the 30 coal. So you can see as I'm trying to click on it, it's not allowing me to. It says maximum train length is 198. So even with off the rail modes turned on, it still has a bit of a limitation there where it won't allow me to add a train that's too long. So we can go with like let's see what we got. We just go whatever that is. I'm just gonna type in GP38. And then that start time is going to be right around the same time as ours, so that makes sure we actually do see it when we spawn in to test this out. Now, hopefully, I don't screw it up too bad, and we get a bunch of red signals. So we'll have to see what happens. We're actually gonna we'll start it right around, I don't know, 5:10 or so. This will not be player service, and it also will not be passenger service. So just leave both of those unchecked and hit confirm. All right, so that's be it. So once you're done, it pretty much saves automatically. There's not really a save function. If you want to make any changes, you can click on all the edit details on the bottom. I'll go to escape and go back. Now we have our early commute here. And to get it started on PC, you just go ahead and double click. I'm pretty sure there's an actual button mapping for that on the console. So I'm going to go ahead and double click on that and we'll see what happens. All right, so we're in here. We're on the ICE2 5 a.m. East train. Again, you can name these whatever you want. It could be anything. It could be funny. Right now, we got the green light, so we have the right of way. We need to unlock the doors, though. I think it's going to be on the left side. As you can see, those are all the trains that we actually placed here. We can actually go to the free camera and move around. And while we're loading up, actually, you know, we can't load passengers until we actually switch into reverse or forward. Now we should hear the guy talk, and the doors are opening up. There he is, yelling at us in German, as usual. So you can see these are other trains we added in here. These are all the eastbound trains that we added. The other ICE. This is I think this may be the shorter version. I don't remember. And then we got the two Talons over here that are heading eastbound as well. I'm not sure if we'll be able to see that train, that massive GP38 down there. We'll see as we get on the as we get going. We'll see what happens. It's gonna be pretty funny. So as you can see, you can kind of get as detailed as you want. There are some limitations on the amount of trains you can add, I believe. What you could do is you could kind of set up like maybe like a 5 a.m. schedule, right? And then set up the second schedule to start off probably when when you end up. So I'm assuming we probably get there at the ends around like 8 o'clock or so. I'm not sure exactly how long this route would take. I'll go ahead and lock the left side now. But you can kind of continue get it. You can be really cool with it. I mean, it's some pretty cool features. I mean, I haven't used it a ton, but I definitely kind of like the idea of kind of creating your own scenario and being able to kind of have more control over the timetable. Our schedule was actually first to leave. Now, I want to say one thing while we're rolling off. If you select passenger service only and you don't select player service for any of your routes, then what's going to happen is actually whenever you load into the game, it's actually just going to randomly put you out there. Like, it's going to kind of put you at a random station with no train. So really, this is meant for you to spawn into a train. If you do the passenger service only and do not give player access to any trains, whenever you start the timetable, it'll actually just throw you into the game on foot at a random station, which might be okay with you, but sometimes it'll put you on a station on the other side of the map that you have no trains on, or they won't be there for a very long time. So beware when trying that out. You can definitely test it yourselves, but in my testing, it would spawn me like as far away as possible, so I couldn't even get a ride for like an hour. So it was pretty long. So we got green lights all ahead. All right, I think, yes, we are. I'm actually gonna slow down. Ladies and gentlemen, if you look to your left, you'll see a GP38 imported all the way from the USA. Special service out here. I think I think he may be lost, but yeah, there it is. That's pretty darn funny. So I mean, yeah, you could do it whatever you want. Obviously on this route, we couldn't get the rest of the train on here, but there it is. There it is right there. That is amazing. Well guys, I hope that helped you figure out the scenario designer. There is one last thing I want to mention, is that I have not found a way to actually change the weather settings within your custom scenario, which in my opinion is actually a pretty big deal, because one of the first things I was looking for was how to change the weather. I wanted to create like a snow timetable, but it's so far have not found the option. So hopefully maybe there'll be an update later on. I don't know, I kind of doubt it. It would be nice to be able to also control the weather situation that you're in, as well as the time and the train. So hopefully they'll add that feature later on, but I just want to put that in there and let you guys know in case you were wondering, how the heck do I change the weather? Well, so far it seems like you can't. You can change the time but not weather. But anyways guys, hopefully this was valuable to you in some way. Please let me know if you have any questions or anything. Let me know in the comments. Until next time guys, remember you have 3 choices: give up, give in, or give it all. You got peace, love, and God bless you. I will see you guys next time, next video.